Hi, this is Bube. Welcome to today's video. All right, don't mind that I am all smiles. I'm just filled with so much joy. Something personal happened, and I am so happy. But scratch that. Today, I want to talk about failure. It's something people hardly talk about. Everybody's obsessed with success. Everybody talks about success, and they hardly talk about failure. But before I go on, I want to welcome you all to today's video. If this is your first time watching my video, this is Bube's Corner. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share my videos. If you're a returning subscriber, of course, there's no way you tell me that since you started watching my videos, you've not learned a thing or two. It's not possible. There is no way you told me that since you subscribe to this channel, you've not at least picked one thing that has transformed your life. When I started this whole thing, I promised I was going to be bringing you nuggets of wisdom that will transform your life. And I've been doing just that. So you don't have any excuse. In fact, I can beat my chest and say that yes, you, this returning subscriber, you have picked one or two things that has helped your life. Thanks to Bube. So you're welcome. All right, scratch that. Like I said, I'm very happy. So I don't know. I don't know if it's showing in this video. Let's go to the topic of today. All right, it's failure. I want to talk about failure. Considering my mood, this it's not the best topic to talk about, but then I have to talk about it because I read a story a few weeks ago about a girl that's allegedly committed suicide because she failed her jam examination. At first, it didn't make sense to me. Yes. When I read the story, I was shocked and it sounded a little bit strange because I was like, it's just jam. Why would someone take her life because of jam? Jam that a lot of people in the past had to write so many times before getting admission into the university. But then I sat down and thought about it a lot. And then I realized that a lot of people do not prepare themselves for failure. Yes. And hence they cannot handle failure. Again, you know, we also have a part to play because we need to be very kind to other people. We need to be careful what we say and how we treat people that have failed. All right. If you're a parent, example, your child fails an examination, and instead of you to maybe correct the child with love, tell the child the implication of failing his or her exams, and then tell the child to try better next term or something like that. You start talking down on the child, reminding the child how you're wasting school fees on his or her head, something like that. So if you have a child like that, a child that maybe makes a mistake, whether it's a bad decision, a missed opportunity, or poor grades, and then instead of you to see it as an avenue to correct the child with love, to bring the child close and teach the child, you are raining fire and brimstone on the child. If you're that kind of person, then it means you are the problem. Yes, as parents, we need to teach our children that failure is not the end of life, it's not the end of the world. Yes, in fact, a lot of successful people have tried at one point or the other and failed. All right, we only get to see the success because, of course, they've done it and they've succeeded. All right, we don't get to see the things that happened behind closed doors. So it's very okay to fail. Teach your child that it is very okay to fail. All right, it's very okay to fail, but what is not okay is failing and then seeing it as the end of life, failing and losing hope, and not trying to succeed. All right, it's very okay to fail, but when you fail, do not lose hope. Keep trying. All right, it's possible that I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Maybe I don't know what happened with the girl that took her own life, but then it's possible that she did that out of fear of what people would say, what her parents would say, her friends, her acquaintances, her neighbors, and everything. But failure is not the end of life, and we need to see failure as something that happens, like a normal thing that happens. All right, don't see it as something to maybe take your own life or something to beat yourself up for. All right, success is not a straight way thing. All right, sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed. When you fail, it means you just need to try harder. All right, it doesn't mean you are not good enough, it doesn't mean you are a failure. It just means that you need to try harder. All right, so to you watching my videos, please learn to be kind to people that have failed. And if you're finding it hard, or if you're trying for a particular thing and you've been failing, please see this video and know that you are not a failure. You're just maybe one step, two steps away from getting that's you desire, that's which you desire. Sorry. Right. If you've watched up to this point, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. If you've not subscribed, like this video, comment, and share. See you in my next video. And do not forget that I bring you wholesome nuggets that can change your life. All right. I will tell you the good news later. But for now, take care of yourself and bye.